Hello, friends. Welcome to the first lecture of the week, Chapter 9, Lesson 3, Setting Fitness Goals. If you have not taken a quiz yet, please make sure you get on that quick. Last week we did not have a quiz. This week we will not have a quiz either because Friday we don't have school. But if I were you, I would still be taking notes because there will be questions for each of the lessons, which will be four lessons. So at least 4 questions are going to involve the different lessons. So please make sure that you are watching the lecture and that you are taking good notes. Okay. Choosing activities and exercises. Okay. Personal taste. Make sure you choose activities that you will enjoy doing because you're most likely to stick to those activities. Okay. So if it's something that you're not really excited to do, why keep doing it? That's not going to motivate you to keep working out. So make sure that you are picking something that you like to do, so like that you can be consistent in doing the workout. Okay. Cross training is switching between different activities and exercises on different days. Okay, this helps keep your interest level up. Okay. Sometimes doing the same thing over and over again gets kind of boring, and you're not as motivated. So changing the things, the exercises that you do, again, can help you be more consistent in your workouts. Okay. Your plan should include at least 20 to 30 minutes of aerobic exercise 3 to 5 times a week. Okay. So whatever you choose to do, make sure that you're doing, I don't know if you remember what the definition of aerobic exercise is, but make sure you're doing something that's going to work out your cardio, something that is going to get you moving. Okay. You want to do that 3 to 5 times a week. Okay. Requirements. Okay. Some activities require special equipment such as rackets, balls, gloves, etc. Okay. And some activities require protective gear, helmets, pads, okay, etc. So before you start any activity, find out what kind of equipment you will need, or if you need any lessons or special instructions. Okay. So I don't know if y'all remember the video of me doing step. Okay. I didn't learn that overnight. Okay. That takes practice. I started off without a step because I didn't have a step. I didn't have money, or I didn't have money at the time to buy a step. So I just practiced the footwork, okay, just with whatever they were doing on the video, and it was a video, so I'd watch the videos on YouTube or Facebook, and so I would follow the steps that they were doing on the video, and then once I got the step, I had to practice getting used to doing the movements on the step, which also took time. I like maybe some moves that I was introduced to in March, I didn't get until like November, December. So it's just takes practice and a matter of time. Okay. Creating a schedule. Okay. Be practical and realistic. Okay. Make sure you give yourself enough time to perform the planned activity. Um, the weather also plays a part in scheduling certain activities. So if it's snowing or if it's raining outside, out here, in Utah where it snows, make sure that make sure it's a safe weather. The weather is safe. Whatever activity you're doing. And if there's a possibility you could get sick from being out there, working, just make sure you take into account the weather. If you need to change it up because of the weather, change it up. Put your plan in writing. Okay, a written plan will help you stay on track and stick with your goals. So, if there's something that sometimes some people are visual. Okay, I mentioned in class that some people, like at the beginning of the year, do something called the vision board, or just writing down like their goals for the year, for the month, for the week, for the day. Okay, if you write it out, sometimes that's helpful for people. So don't be afraid if that's going to help you to achieve your goals. Write it down. Building fitness levels. Okay, whatever activity you choose to do, remember to start small. Okay, take each activity one day at a time and build up gradually. So you're not gonna be lifting like 100 pounds like right off the bat. Okay, you got to start small. Because if you try to lift 100 and you can't lift it, of course you're not gonna be very successful, or you're gonna give up because you're like, man, I can't even do this. Okay, start small, build your way up. Okay, if you want to do 100, you eventually can. You got to start small though. Okay, got to start somewhere. As you progress, adjust each activity using the FIT principle, okay? And we're going to talk about that. And the FIT principle is going to be on the quiz, so please make sure that you write these next slides down because they are for sure going to be there, okay? Okay, the F means frequency, okay? Frequency means how often you work different muscle groups, okay? Slowly increase the number of times per week you work a muscle group, okay? So if you're doing arms on certain days, as you get in a routine and as you kind of like are noticing that, whatever weights that you're picking up aren't enough anymore, you start putting on more weights on the bar, okay? Intensity, okay? Intensity is how hard you work different muscle groups, okay? Adding more weights, again, like I just mentioned. Adding more weights if you lift, or going faster if you're running laps, okay? So if you're running a mile in like 10 minutes, see if you can run it in 8 minutes, okay? Push yourself to see how if you can do it. Again, if you're consistent in your exercise, you definitely can be faster and stronger as you progress in your workouts. Okay. Time or duration. Okay. That is how long you spend per session. Okay. Teens should get a total of 60 minutes of activity on most days. Okay. And this is something that I kind of been battling with the book. Sometimes it says 30, sometimes it says 60. So the safe is 30 to 60. Okay. Minutes a day. If you're just starting an activity or exercise, do less than 60 minutes and work on building your endurance to do an hour. Okay. So again, if 60 minutes seems like too much, start at like 20 minutes. Okay. Start at a half hour. Just every day as your body gets used to it, you'll be able to have better endurance. Okay. Type. Okay. Type is the type of activity you choose to do. So it can be whatever you want. Just make sure that it's something that is going to be beneficial to you and something that's safe, okay? You don't want to be doing something that could possibly be dangerous. A complete workout should include aerobic and anaerobic exercises, okay? I don't know if you remember the difference between anaerobic and aerobic, okay? And aerobic, excuse me. Aerobic is basically like it's more like a fast pace, okay? Cardio. Rhythmic, okay, like I mentioned, Zumba, step, like what I was doing, step, that could be considered aerobic. Anaerobic is how the reps you can do. So if you're doing like if you're lifting weights, that could be anaerobic, okay, because you're lifting at one time. Oh, like that, like the gifts that I put up the other day. You had the girl doing gymnastics, okay? It's not super cardio, but you have to at one time exert a lot of force. In football, okay, there is a lot of running, but like for the quarterback who all of a sudden has to kind of throw the ball, okay, they're running a little bit and then they just got a quick burst, throw the ball. So I think that's it for today. Please make sure that you're watching the lectures, and I will see you on. You'll be getting the next lecture on Wednesday. Have a good one.